Wow. Well, being committed is a lot like being pregnant. You either are or you aren't. Now, before any rumors come around, I have no pregnancy in my life. This is my future nephew. But this paints an awesome picture of commitment, because there is no in between. There's either 100% or 0. You're either committed or you're not committed at all. Young Living continues its 20-year history committed to the highest quality essential oils. If we look at the new Seed to Seal logo that was displayed yesterday, it has on there commitment to purity. That's a commitment that they will not break. As Gary was sharing, commitment means having no plan B, being all in. Young Living is committed to purity. There is no other option. 3 weeks ago, I made one of the biggest commitments of my life. For better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, I learned through this experience that I was afraid. But often, your best life lives on the other end of your fear. And often we are very afraid of succeeding or going all in this business. We live in a society where convenience trumps commitment, where we take the easier, more tempting road compared to the one we were committed to. I want you today to think about your commitment to your Young Living organization, to this company, to our family. What does commitment mean to you? Are you truly and fully committed to this business? Are you speaking in the positive and being present? I want you today to make some commitments to yourself and to this business. I want you to commit to being system-driven and focusing on things that work and duplicate. That's where we find true success in this profession, is when we do what works repeatedly and teach others to do the same thing. People often can't be duplicated, but if you're focused on a systematic way of approaching things, that can be duplicated. So I learned following a proven system for success is the quickest and easiest way to succeed, and with the least amount of frustration. Darren Hardy's provided some amazing training at last year's and this year's convention, much of it based upon commitment. One quote that stuck out from his training was, "Commitment is doing the thing you said you were going to do long after the mood you said it in has left." This convention, you will make a lot of commitments and you're going to be all pumped up because this atmosphere is unreal. But when life kicks back in next week, often it's too easy to fail on those commitments and to let them lapse. And then you'll find yourself here next year remaking those commitments, saying this year's going to be different, I'm going to change, I'm going to be all in this year. And that cycle repeats over and over again. Don't wait for next year. Do it now. Set your commitments in place today. Write them down and you will have a lot better success in the future. We should be excited about our future with Young Living, sharing these world-leading products. We ditch these commitments and we just get down on ourselves. And I want you today to not worry about the past. You can't change what's led you to this point now. All you can do is move forward from where you are today and be better for tomorrow. I want you to commit to the vision and mission of Young Living in bringing essential oils to every home in the world. This is a vision and mission that could not be accomplished by lesser companies. Shinriki shared amazing things yesterday at the leadership session about commitment and how Young Living can not only bring oils to every home in the world, but be the most respected company in the direct sales profession. When I talk about commitment to this company, this business, I want you to think of this like a commitment you might make in a marriage. I don't want you to think about fishing from two boats. How good would your relationship be if you had your main squeeze and then you had a couple other things on the side that you dabbled in? It wouldn't look good. It's not socially accepted. Commit to Young Living as a business and put other direct sales things on the side. Too often you get excited about the idea of residual income, you get sold on it, and then you find, company A, company B, company C, you think, hey, if one company is good, 3 companies better. Not true, it will not work. If you talk to all the diamonds on stage, you bet that they are committed to Young Living. So I need everyone here as a Young Living professional to really look at this company and commit to it. The litmus test for a true, awesome network marketing opportunity is one where the product you would continue to use if there were no income opportunity attached. And if you take the money out of lots of other companies, the people leave. Whereas if you look at Young Living, we are all in with the product. We're sold on that, and often we need to encourage ourselves to share that information with others. One of my personal mentors, Richard Blissbrook, teaches you to pick your company and then to marry it for the long haul. Pick Young Living today, say I do, and commit to sharing this awesome product. I want you to commit to sticking to goals and writing them down on paper. The weakest ink is stronger than the strongest mind. On screen, you'll see some goals of mine that I wrote back in 2011. Back then, I had less than 250 members, and you can see I had a 7 to 10 year plan all the way up to getting to Crown Diamond, which was the highest rank at that point. I wanted to achieve Crown Diamond by 30 years old. I just slightly advanced that by about 5 years this year, achieving it in March. But back then, I honestly had no clue on what it would take to be successful, on what it would take to achieve Crown Diamond. But I at least had it written down and a vision and a path in my mind. There's about 9 ranks in Young Living. If you came to convention every year and just simply advanced 1 rank, that's a 9-year plan to Royal Crown Diamond. I don't know what other job you have right now, but I'm fairly confident in saying that that 9-year plan is a lot better than one you're likely currently operating on. And right now, this is my 7th year with the Young Living account. The first years, I didn't want to do it. I thought this was a business for older ladies. And the average age of the 2011 convention was 58 and female, and I was thinking, okay, I gotta be older and more female to be successful. I didn't have that option. But I've been in for 7 years now, total, really committed for 2.5. I will achieve Royal Crown by next convention. That's my commitment to you, and that will be 8 years. So I'm right on track for that 8-year plan, 8-9 years, and I can tell you it's worth it. I need you to commit to being a leader and to studying leadership principles. Your business will only grow as fast as you do. You are your biggest asset in your business and in your life. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Readers are leaders and learners are earners. I've talked to countless diamonds and above throughout my journey with Young Living, and then other leaders in other companies, and they've all said the exact same thing. It doesn't matter what company you're with, these principles stand the test of time beyond network marketing, but in any profession. I also want you to commit to recognizing excellence within your group. People often will work harder for praises than they do for raises. And the only way you'll ever truly succeed and be up here on stage with the Crown Diamond is with a team. This is not a one-man sport. Without my group, I am nothing. I'm just another member. So instead of trying to work on building sales volume and generating, more leads, work on building up your leaders and your members. They are the true commodity in your business. They are my friends, they are my colleagues, and I would be lost without my leadership team and my entire group. They've given me a whole new drive, feel for life, and these relationships will last a lifetime. So, standing here up on stage today, I want you to know that the only way I'm here is because of my team. And it's my commitment as a leader to not necessarily try and just achieve Royal Crown Diamond. My goal is to help as many of them achieve their goals. Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. I'm not focused on my rank. I want to focus on my team, look down, and figure out how to help them advance to their next rank. And put the systems in place for them to be able to succeed. I want you to commit to finding mentors and being coachable with those people. I've had many in this company: Dick Yotford, Connie Michael McDowell, President Scott Schuler, Deborah Rayburn. The list goes on and on. There are amazing success stories in our company and in our profession. The more you listen and learn from them, the better you will be. I remember following around Connie and Michael for a few years as a silver, trying to pick up tips and learn as much from them as possible. And I'm happy to be up here today as a crown diamond and listening to lots of those things. I learned very early on that it was easier to succeed by listening to others and found what worked for them, and then just avoiding their mistakes. This is Richard Brooke on screen. He's the author of the 4-Year Career. One of the tools that we use, there's a specific Young Living edition. And I really gravitated towards his story because he started in network marketing back when he was 24 years old. And by the time he was 28, he was making over $40,000 per month with his company and had a group of over 30,000 people, and that was back in the 70s. Okay, if I learned what he learned when he was my age, and I can avoid all those roadblocks, I've just taken 35 years off my time, and I can now be that much smarter. So commit to reading these tools and resources because they will help you so much in your business growth. There's 3 mandatory ingredients for success: having a burning desire or passion, being coachable, and willing to work. This is not a business where your upline will ever build it for you or should build it for you. You have to be the one to put in the work. Commit to at least 4 years to this business. So often people get in and think it's going to happen very, very quick, and they might get discouraged right away. But I want you to think of this at least as a 4-year plan. My generation is very content to throw $30,000+ per year towards a post-secondary education and get a nice, $120,000 piece of paper without even thinking about it. But when we talk about committing 4 years towards Young Living, that often, sometimes something's lost in translation. Gary is a great mentor for commitment. He's committed his life towards Young Living to bring the oils to you, to me, and the world. If hearing Gary speak yesterday about our company's history, it's not just 20 years, it went back 38 years. So 13 years before I was born, the foundations of this company were being laid. When it was founded, I was 5 years old. Proves you don't need to get in at the beginning to become successful. Right? That's not factoring your success. You are the biggest reason you'll succeed on how you can help your people. It's not based on when you get in. We need to be the voice for this company, for the oils, and we need to start a revolution. The oils don't have voices. The products, as much as any product I've ever seen, they work. They do what they're supposed to do. That's what they're made to do. We're committed to that. But lavender doesn't have a little voice that goes, "I am lavender, use me for your skin irritations." It needs you to open your mouth and talk to your next person and share Young Living's message with them. You are sitting here for a reason today. You are the most committed people in the company. There's 9,000 people here out of over 500,000 members. That means this room is already the top 1 to 2% committed members of the entire company. It doesn't matter if you're a star or a senior star or a brand new member, you signed up today. You are already more committed than someone who's not here. 2 years ago, I was sitting in the crowd, just like you, listening to awesome keynote speakers. Bob Proctor was the keynote that year. That was my 3rd convention in a row, 2010, 2011, 2012. Each year, I was a silver with a very stagnant business. I wasn't focused on growing leaders. I didn't know what duplicated. I wasn't coachable. At that convention, I made a commitment to myself that I would never, ever, ever come back to another convention as a silver. And I told everyone who would listen. Said, if I'm not at least gold by next year, I'm not showing up. I went around and collected little neck lanyards which had gold, silver, platinum, diamond from other leadership ranks, and I stuck my name in their name placard and posted up on my wall with specific dates and times I would achieve those ranks. 3 months after that convention, I achieved gold. 4 months after that, platinum, and then another 4 months to diamond. So that one convention, silver to diamond in that year. 3 conventions in a row, I had a stagnant silver business. The first thing that changed in that entire equation was me, my mindset, and my level of commitment. So I encourage you here today, draw the line in the sand that this convention will be the one where you truly commit to what we're doing here as a company. Last year at the leadership session, I challenged everyone there to commit to coming back to convention at least 1 rank higher. How many of you have come back to convention this year at least 1 rank higher? So I challenge you this year on the main stage to look at that commitment. It doesn't matter if you're going from distributor star to senior star, or making that jump from platinum to diamond. 21 months after that initial commitment, that picture up there was after the 2012 convention. I went, found the crown diamond chair and took a picture in front of it and put it as the screensaver on my computer. So I saw that. 21 months after that commitment is when I achieved crown diamond. I went 36 months before that as a stagnant silver. Again, the first thing in every equation with your business is you. So commit to being here next year. If everyone here registers for convention, we'll already be at the capacity of this center. Next year they need a bigger place, because if everyone here brings just 1 extra person, we now have 18,000 people here. If we bring 2 people, we're at 27,000. 3 years ago, I only had 6 people at convention with me. Last year, mid-30s. This year, we got over 200. So next year, my goal is to have over 1,000. So I honor you, the most committed members today in Young Living, the top 1%, for being here today, for spending your most limited commodity, time. It's the only commodity you can never get back. Where's Japan? Japan? They're here somewhere. Where's the translator? There! I was in Japan at the end of March. Woo! Already got the pajamas. I was in Japan at the end of March. They had about 35 members who had committed to the convention. We did a 1-day leadership session. They had over 70 registered that one day, and they got over 100 members here today. We will have a diamond in Japan by this time next year, and I'm just so excited for all of you who made the commitment, and that's a long flight over here. So, a lot of money. I honor you for being here today. Thank you so much for sharing your morning with me. Pay attention, get lots of notes from all these great speakers coming up after me, and we'll see you guys later at some breakout sessions, and thank you so much for having me.